right, we are back with episode 3, session 2.
Yes.
Yes, because we recorded 2 episodes last time, and here we are again. It's Wednesday, and we are going to record again. I have added some background music that I will try to keep sort of current with what's happening in the environments that we are in. If that music is too distracting, just post in the comments below, and I will remove it for the next session. Pretty much, I just wanted something cool in the background. Because there are times when we need to sort of think, and just dead silence in a video is kind of boring. All right. Well, Manaki, do you remember what happened last time?
Well, a lot. Last time we
Yes.
started this game, and I don't want to go back through all of it, but perhaps let's just set the scene of where we currently are. If you don't remember exactly what happened last time, I guess you can go back and watch the 2 previous episodes.
Yeah.
And the character creation, though, I feel like, honestly, without Went, things changed quickly.
Yes.
But currently, we are the Conde de la Monegros.
Yep. Conde de la Monegros.
And we are possessing the powerful skill, Lord of Vermin.
Yes.
We are the master of all that creeps and skitters
Yep.
in the wasteland we call home.
You sure are.
Here we live in a cave with the bones of our dead subjects collected into a loose crown, whereupon we inscribe our truths comfortably in one hand, like a scepter, holding a back of a broken book. In the other, a sack of old Roman silver coins. And so we reign upon our domain, triumphant, because most recently we went out to find Tristan, an old enemy who had taken the loyalty of dogs from us. They rightfully belonged to us, and we have reconquered them, though they don't seem to agree.
No.
As our mark, dogs hate us, still is very much in effect. And that's sort of where we are. As for our current memories, we remember this, basically our current existence, our current situation, a pride. It is not squalidly. We're proud of this rugged filth we live in. We remember killing the werewolf. We remember coming back for him centuries later. We remember our son, who we never found out what happened to, because we were just an autopilot his whole life, as he did whatever he did in his legion in Spain. I imagine he never came home.
No.
But frankly, we don't know if he did.
Maybe he did, and we were in automation mode, and just sort of, he's not in Spain at all anymore. Who knows, right?
And remember what happened in Barcelona, the plague we made to banish all the dogs, and how our beloved Romans came, the church, and drove us out into the desert. We got a new name for this memory, being a plague mancer too. Now living here. We also remember how Helid, our creator, came and took a book from us, our old diary, where everything we knew about him was written.
Yep.
We now only know that he is, well, honestly, we don't know that much more, other than he's a man who hunts rare books.
Yeah.
But we do not know that he created us anymore.
Yeah, he's just a weird guy at this point.
He's the guy who came. We fought him. We hunted him. And he is not a friend. He was very disappointed with how we turned out. He is a scholarly man who appreciates probably people who have learned sort of demeanor, and that certainly is not us anymore.
No.
We still have our books. Who knows? Maybe we'll begin reading them at some point.
Yeah.
That could, or club someone with them. That could happen. We have our own diary where we currently have inscribed who we used to be before we adapted to our circumstances here.
Yeah.
But that's a person we remember once having been.
Yeah.
When we read the bones, the diary bones.
Yeah.
But we don't longer remember. We don't remember being them.
We remember the City of Rodomagus, who at this point is probably not named that anymore.
No.
We remember the villa. We remember Father Reginald, or at least we remember reading about him.
Yeah.
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 I think the last thing we entered into it last time was the last part of Memory 2. As I wash my noble flesh in the moonlight, it catches my reflection. The water probably the water catches my reflection, and the beastly marks reminds me of the one I was, the one who was not Conte de la Monegros. The usurper's dogs yet elude my commands. I must hunt him to reclaim my crown and reclaim my birthright. I spent decades tracking my prey, or is impaled on a spear of silver. Yeah, so decades have passed. I believe we are now in the 7th century.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
So we can certainly have returned to our domain, or we might still be wherever we impaled the werewolf.
Well, I think we should let the next prompt tell us
Right.
what happens after we've done this, right? We've
Mm-hmm.
reclaimed our birthright, as it were,
Yeah.
as lord of all four-legged beasts, I guess, at this point. And let's see. I mean, do you want to start this time? I did last time.
Yeah, I can
So
start.
maybe we
Start.
just
I also
this
think
way.
that we should definitely write the prompts in the royal we from now on.
Okay. All right.
You know, to reflect his improvement.
Yes.
Stature.
He's becoming more in touch with us.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what prompt were we on? 19, right?
19, yes.
19. All right. Well, I'm gonna roll now.
D10 and D6.
Oh, forward 8.
So we are 27.
7. God, we've never been this far forward. How exciting!
We haven't, yeah. Well, we've sprung forward.
Oh,
Wars rage throughout the region in which you reside. You withdraw into a hidden retreat, waiting for them to pass. Use a resource.
I guess the War of Iberia is just raging on, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of invasion of the.
Let's let me open up. Wars in Spain, 7th century. Let's see what we got.
Likely some. It's pre like Christian Iberia, so I suppose it's like Moroccan.
But it's Visigoths, and I think the Moors and like the Northern Africa starts pushing in at this point.
Let's see here. I mean, what does Wikipedia say? Right, we're a Visigothic kingdom right now that has been established, based on the pillar system.
Yeah, it's
generally... Oh yeah. 710 AD.
Yeah.
The Arab conquest of North Africa, and then it moves on to invade the Visigothic kingdom.
Yeah.
Because they get involved. The minutia doesn't really matter for our characters. It's not like we're anywhere near any sort of political influence at this point. Really, what matters is that there's a sort of a caliph.
Yeah, there's a new fangled religion starting to spread in the 700. You know, it's like there's rumors about it maybe.
And honestly, what this prompt tells us is wars are happening.
Yes.
We just hide and lose something in the process. Like we lose something during these wars, but this sounds like another some decades pass.
Yeah. If we look at the war in question here, we would probably 7th century. It would be the year 600, right? So century, it would probably. Yeah, it is probably the the beginning of like the Arab conquest or something of.
It really pushes on to the 8th century pretty quick here.
True.
Which is fine. We don't have any mortals who die, so I don't think that's
All right, let's do that then. It is indeed the Muslim invasion of Spain.
And things go wild for a time.
Yes. Okay.
We just don't get involved.
No. I look at that, we're like, no.
Just breathe in a little hole. So what resource do we lose? Because we do lose one. Waiting for it to pass. I think maybe the books finally break.
If
Or
the books finally break.
like it's that our boned crown or our money. I don't see how the money would disappear during this time.
We
Like
buy,
the most sensible one's the books.
we
I
buy an
want.
enormous door and put in front of our cave.
I like having the books, but I just
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, I think.
what makes sense is they just decay. We forget them.
We
no
yeah.
longer remember being the person who cared about those
No.
priceless books. Right?
Yeah. They mold and rot away.
Mhm. They become the nests for our subjects.
Yes, there you go. As war rages outside, Conte de la Monegros must see to his own realm, and to make a furtive nest for his loyal subjects. He uses prized relics from his own past to bless them.
Feed my little ones. Look at these original, very rare books of the old antique.
Yep, incredibly priceless. Okay,
Well, not for a couple 100 years at least,
No.
but well, they're gone. We don't remember them. They've been eaten by rats. So we should write this as a part of a memory. I feel as if this goes on the first memory, probably.
We have any
As
more?
Phil is proud of rugged hardness. Seems like that's where it goes.
Yeah.
So something like war rages, yet I endure. My minions multiply as I.
Realm after an ended sojourn.
War and upheaval in the land.
Lands of mortals.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I was about to say we almost like I don't like yeah we should mention that we use the books, right? Because that's important. But it's not like our character cares anymore. He hasn't for a long while, really. There's just been something in the back of this cave.
Oh, he's stroking that, reading the words he barely remembers, like can barely read. Maybe he's just like he doesn't know what they mean anymore. They're blotched, and it's just.
I mean, we learned to speak like Visigothic.
So. Yeah, of course. A lord must see to his own realm in such dangerous times. Such we, right? We need to do the we here. Like you fashion, you create, you. Because I want to like write in that we use it for the rat nesting. That's the problem with not being a native English speaker, right? Like some of these fancy words sort of escape you.
In such dangerous times, and as such, we. Maybe just like we warm their bodies with the crumbled bits of our past.
Okay.
Something like that?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right, yeah. We're breaking apart books, sitting in a little cave. Not that much has changed for us, really.
No.
We just become a little more decrepit, a little more into this hole we've dug for ourselves. So let's see if anything brings us out. I'll roll the die.
Roll the die.
That's 46. That's not gonna work.
No, that's...
How do I do this again? Slash roll, yeah.
No, you click it to get back to the thing, and then you click the D6 and the D10, and then.
Oh no, D6 and D. Oh no, here. 6 and D10. All right, let's see here.
All right. Oh.
We're going back 1.
Back 1, 26.
26.
Oh.
Do you want to read it? When I?
Yes. You accidentally create a vampire through sloppy feeding. Create an immortal character from an existing mortal character. Why do you not destroy them? Check a skill. We don't
have a mortal character, so we need to create one.
Yes.
Now, the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes.
Maybe you have the same idea. Is it's someone named Optio.
Yeah.
And it may not be our son, but
yeah.
But it's our son.
But now it is, yeah.
Right? We're finding a replacement. We're finding our son in Spain.
Mm-hmm. I mean, our need for blood is constant.
Oh yeah.
And we need
we hunt.
So we hunt, exactly. And one of these war parties that are in the region currently battling the invasion of Spain, a battlefield is excellent hunting ground.
We find a wounded soldier left behind. We golden creep from a rock. And it's like, oh, what do we have here? A legionnaire. And something triggers. And we're like, no,
Maybe...
my son. And I don't know what the... And that's what I'm setting up here. I don't know how this guy feels about that.
Yeah.
Maybe not great. Maybe that's not a great way to be created as an immortal vampire. Something like a weird sort of hench creature. Make this happen to you.
I definitely view him as a sort of Nosferatu character at this point. Sort of hunched over, his very elongated fingers. Weirdly, like...
We don't have a mark for that, but that is how I imagine it too. We don't have to do it, but I think he does it.
Yeah, no, he
lives in a cave. He smells and stinks because he
Yeah.
He doesn't have curfew anymore, so whatever else might make do. All food rots around him, so it's just
Yeah, no, I like it. My first instinct was to make a rat a mortal character. That would then turn to immortal.
Vampire rat.
Yeah.
No, this guy might be our way out of this hole. Character currently is in. Like he's actually this guy's not a decrepit monster.
No.
He's a soldier, right? So
let's up to date.
Create him. Yeah, he's like a modern Spanish soldier.
Or Moorish, we don't know.
He wouldn't be Spanish, right? He would. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He could be Moorish. What do you think is more interesting? We wouldn't be able to speak to him if he is.
True. I would think that the memory of the son probably triggers because he thinks he recognizes it. So that a Spanish descent is probably, or like a Gallic.
It's people are here, right?
Yeah.
We're close to Francia.
Yeah.
And honestly, if we don't really remember what he looks like, I think it's the armor and like sort of
it's something
like metal armor of some sort.
Maybe this guy actually had a Roman coin on his armor or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he as a lucky charm that he got from his great grandfather. Stuff like that.
Yeah. We don't really know. We don't have to know that many details about him.
No, there's a glint of silver in the distance, and you go there and you find, my son, it has to be.
Equipped among the dead of these combats, like scavenged before, right? It's not where many battlefields are. It's a wasteland, but it's a lot of wars. There's a lot of fighting going sort of everywhere.
I agree.
All right, so let's make this immortal character. The first thing we do is an eye here. What's his name? We need a Visigothic name.
Well, let's take a look. Visigothic name.
What's Gothic names? Kind of want something that has Odovacar work. something that's either close to Constantine or Optio, which is his ranking or was his rank, but that's all we remember. We don't necessarily remember his name. So that's what I'm looking for here. For a name.
The Gothic War, yes, for sure.
Gothic War. That's my name.
Gothic
War.
Gothic
Sir
War.
Gothic War. Oduin.
Oduin.
Yeah, that could work.
The Aryan Kingdom of Hispania. Wow. Theodoric.
Sure.
Alaric.
Mm-hmm. Doing Alaric.
A long time ago.
Over car. Yeah, I mean, just pick one, really.
Well,
Something our character has any control over that.
no. There's a famous one called Theodoric. Let's do that then.
Sure.
Theodoric.
And then we write who he is.
Yeah.
I guess we should we use we used sire, so I think maybe we should just use the it's a little Vampire the Masquerade-esque, like they have the child.
Yeah.
Sire, right? So let's just do that. So like my
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My child. Yeah.
My child.
My child. What did we used to call him? Like, what remember about this guy? Just that we paid for his thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, this is we're doing it again, basically. Who will now be what he is meant to be?
Mm-hmm. Will now be my son.
Finally, I found him.
How lucky I found you, my child.
It's dark. Poor guy.
Yeah, have this super creepy, smelly old man creep up
Now
to them.
drink the blood. He's like,
It will cure you.
So here's the thing. We also have to check a skill. I didn't see that before. So what we're doing, and it makes sense here. We're the Lord of Vermin, and that's how we help him survive.
Sure.
Is by feeding him the subjects.
Yeah. That we have nurtured in our book nest.
Drink, you know.
The supple flesh.
Oh, the rat. Create a character from existing one. So we have made. We need like another line about him, don't we? Like what happened to him?
Not here. I think that we can do it in the memory itself.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So let's see here.
Yeah. And then next time we interact with him. So in the memory. Find him on the desolate battlefields of Iberia.
Our noble blood and our noble subjects him.
I want to add something here to our memory, which is time has changed him as it has us.
Yes, yes.
But we yet recognize we can be it. You know, we're still we're kind of crazy, but
Oh yeah, absolutely. He creeps up. Let's see. Here.
yeah. God, he just plays along. I mean, he's dying anyway. He's been abandoned as someone who's, you know,
What's he
dying in
gonna do?
a
And
terrible
again,
death.
we're like immortal. We're pretty fucking strong, probably. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we use our rats, so if it struggles, he gets overwhelmed
yeah,
by
the
the
overwhelming
strange
rats.
dancing vermin that we've made.
It's
Just
like carpet
nibbling at
of
him,
vermin surrounded.
eating all the others.
With a rat king.
Oh man! All right, yeah, we have a friend.
A friend, a son.
Our son has returned. We found him. Finally, we found him. For
we
so
don't
long we searched.
we don't have a fatted calf to butcher, but we have rats.
Yes, delicious. Have more, more.
Just give a rat after
Oh,
rat.
drink.
It's just raw as well. Like there's no cooking or anything. Like we haven't.
What do you mean? What are we? Matters not. I am your father.
We are your father, my son. My sweet, precious
We have
child.
searched for so long, and he's
As,
like,
as,
I have
as like
a.
it's like a skeletal of his hand, like crusted with dirt, starts stroking him,
Well,
awkwardly.
let's see what happens going forward, because we have no, like, he might leave.
First thing that happens, character leaves. So,
He's just out,
all right. Well, I shall throw the dice then.
Let's see what happens.
Uh-huh.
3 backwards.
Go back again with 3 back. So, and 4, 23, 22. We go to 22.
Ooh. No. Man.
Hmm?
3 backwards.
3 backwards, yes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 26. Sorry, 23. You master a strange new science or field of knowledge. How does your vampire nature give you special insight into these studies? Create an appropriate skill based on a memory.
Crap. Books are gone.
There are
So we gain a new science or something.
a new skill, a new field, a new science or field of knowledge.
Yeah. Like a new thing we can make it based on a memory. So what memory could we potentially, so we stay here for a while, we're teaching this child.
Mm-hmm.
This memory's done. That one is. So we do. What do we remember? Remember Greek fire? That's something we could work on.
True. It's true.
Which is actual like alchemy sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We could certainly get a sort of a zoological knowledge based on all our time in the wilderness.
Sure, I'm a biologist.
Yeah, it's field biology.
Oh. Yeah, we could. It would be a skill, right? So
it should be a skill. Yeah, it's true.
Based on a memory. Science. We really are not a very scientific person.
Yeah, really not.
Just not a knowledge. But this, we're being pushed to evolve our understanding of what we're doing.
Maybe our son grows a little bit sicker and stuff at first. Maybe we need to try to cure him.
Oh, like a medicine thing.
Yeah, medicine thing.
Oh, we sneak into various what is now, I suppose, like some like Muslim like doctor areas. They're pretty good.
Yeah, the Muslim doctors are very skilled. So
steal some books and learn to read it and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works.
All right.
Right. That would be like I guess that'd be like medicine.
Medicine, yeah, like field Shiburgon, like you know what I mean, like sawbones. I don't know.
If it's a longer thing,
Yeah,
it probably is. It's like and he's a vampire too. We didn't really know what we were doing. To be fair.
True. As the fever does not let up. My child burns.
Within.
Our child should be, yes.
Yeah.
We
We travel to cities once more to find the answers. And although much has changed, our purpose drives us to adapt
and learn.
and learn.
All right. All right.
Yeah, he's getting us out
Yeah.
passively.
Passively, yeah. All right.
By being sick, right? Or faking being sick. It's also possible. Doesn't know what else to do.
Just to get us out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else happens, right?
All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's fair. Yeah. Oh my.
Backwards
We
3.
just go back constantly now. We're almost back to
20.
where we were. Like,
There's a great shift in the way society moves. Moves goods. How does this work to your advantage? Check a skill. Create a skill based on a memory. A great way to change in how society moves goods.
hey, trade in the 7th and 8th century.
Yes. Trade in the 8th century. Well, certainly there's a change in where goods come from.
Yeah, yeah.
Point now they come from North Africa, all the way from like Egypt and such.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's also important. The question is, how does that work to our advantage?
Yeah.
We use our skill at medicine.
Yeah.
And then that enables us to take advantage of the way that the goods move now.
Are we maybe dipping into some sort of, again, like alchemical, like medicine stuff here? Because with the access suddenly to Arabian knowledge, and I'm seeing here, for example, the trans-Saharan gold trade have started up at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe we can use some of our resources and our knowledge of medicine to acquire instruments and let's see, skills, right?
Yeah, we set up a lab.
Yeah, we set up a lab.
We actually move out of the desert. I mean, we're no longer the Lord of Vermin. We used that.
It's true. It's true.
So maybe we still have rat friends, but we could become a weird sort of alchemist. Also much more tolerant.
Yeah.
Than the Catholics were. So
oh, much. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's do it. I think that makes sense. I mean, we use our medicine, the new trade routes sort of bring about this change. We gain a new skill based on, again, based on a memory.
Alternatively, if we want to go a slightly darker note, we could use our knowledge of medicine to keep our son with us.
Oh.
Yeah, like we constantly break his bones or like keep him sort of a Münchhausen by proxy, right?
But I mean, that works, but it does not answer the prompt of there's
That's
a great
true.
shift in how society moves.
That's true. That's true.
It's sort of the main thing. I
mean,
that can happen too. We don't know if that's been happening.
True. Let's see here.
I like the idea of doing more alchemy, because that also allows us to now create a skill based on the idea of Greek fire, which we do remember.
True.
And probably start a new memory of like moving from the desert, at least for a time. But we still live near it because it is our desert. But
we're still in the 8th century, so yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. Inventions, discoveries, introductions, the heavy plow, horse collars, iron horseshoes, architecture stuff. The first European triangular harp. Yeah, well. Okay.
I do think the trade routes is the way to go.
I think so too. The trans-Saharan gold trade, like that new way goods are moving across the desert.
An influx of wealth.
Yeah, the caliphate.
And prosperity.
Yeah. All right. Sure.
All right. So okay, so we use medicine. We only have the one, so we don't really have a chance. Good thing we didn't do Greek fire. We burn it all down.
I mean, we sell our Greek fire to warmongers and petty warlords around the area.
We're making a new memory.
Yes.
But
but it can be based on the memory that we create a prompt for, because the prompt creates a memory. So it doesn't say it can't be. So.
Like leaving the desert to explore the cities, we find much that is new. Wealth flows from deep to the
unscorched,
deep in the southern dunes.
Yeah.
And with it comes a new fervor. Strange, buzzing life, not unlike that in the Warrens. We see the city. It is much like that of our book-made sort of rat nests. And then we have medicine, my knowledge of medicine. So what skill do we acquire?
What skill do we acquire? I feel since we're using the medicine to get this, it should be a deepening of knowledge.
Yeah.
Like something more specialized, something more arcane.
We have been a necromancer. I mean, we've talked to rats. We've done these things, but it has to be something we remember doing.
Yeah.
That we remember doing the thing with the sun. Which, by the way, I think this memory is done now. It's three experiences.
I think this could go into the diary soon.
Well, then we forget it personally.
Sure. And he's too fresh at the moment.
I don't think he's still around, doing things. So. The deepening of medicine. I do think we should go back to some of this like church stuff we had back here.
Yeah.
Now we do also remember making the plague,
Yeah.
And like being terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And we could go back to that and then do the opposite, like become a. We're so damn decrepit.
We are.
We can't like study at a university or anything like that.
Unless we use the medicine to restore ourselves and thus regain a new skill.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. We use it to also fix us.
Yeah, we know we can't really. We're not living as such, but
no.
Medicine can be used to put some spices in there, some embalming fluid, and suddenly you look. Like we could use the medicine to create some sort of like potion that gives us a flush of life. Something like that that we can pass as a more of a normal being.
Let's make the skill the flush of life.
Flush of life.
We can for a time appear to be
human.
Basically hide our marks better.
Yes.
You don't have a mark that says we're cold and distant, but for a time, I mean that's why I put it in parentheses there. It means we get to not have them be constant.
Yeah, that we have certain potions and stuff we can drink to appear as normal.
Yeah. Healing. Let's see here. Their life and the life I gave to my son brought me to think. And soon I gave myself the same vigor.
Bigger.
Yeah, because we are a smart person.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually get a chance to think. So how do we live now? Like we're sort of still moving, I think, back and forth a bit. We're like
Don't.
an Nosferatu sort of scampering to find this stuff and
We might just have a corner in a sewer or something that we
loot
just
things. Yeah, I don't know if they had sewers in Spain at this time, but
some
yeah,
old warehouse or something.
yeah. We don't have to be precise about it. We probably move a lot, but it's certainly still not in like a house.
Yeah, because we don't have a resource that is like
Oh,
house or anything. So.
we have money.
Oh
We
yeah.
do have money. Lots of money.
Incredible amounts.
It's all wrong coins, right? But it's silver.
Silver. Silver never lies.
Nice silver. All right. Well, let's see where you can take us.
Oh boy.
Create a silver
Forward,
memory.
please. Okay. Forward 4.
Bring us to 24. Can we read registering down which prompts we've hit, by the way?
Oh, I have not, but I shall do so now.
All right. Then I'll read this one while you do, okay?
Yep.
You're forced to adopt a new name. Why?
Well,
maybe people question if we're the Count of Monegros.
Yes, I think
As
so.
we introduce ourselves, I am Count de Monegros. And you're like, no, that's a different guy. What? Call him like
you from you
Halldamir or
weirdo.
something. Where'd I go? Well, that's.
Oh, I see. What do you mean I cannot enter the academy under that name?
Yeah. So maybe we have to invent ourselves a new
I think so.
name.
Conde de la Monegros is well, if he might be gone. We might just do the romantic thing of being like, I am in disguise, for the normal people, not to rush my loyal royal personage.
Should we introduce ourselves as Khalid?
Just take his name.
Take the. He tried to get rid of us. We don't remember that really, but I think it would be kind of funny that we're like, oh yeah, we need something to sign on a document for some medical supplies or something.
The only other name we have heard in the last 100 years.
Yeah,
It's
we just use that because he's a scholar person.
Sure. I mean, why not?
So we also will be Khalid.
We
The Khalid. Yeah. And just so that if we meet him again, he'll be so annoyed that now we're again making trouble for him. Because he's our enemy. He's destined to be our enemy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So I guess that'll be a continuation on this memory we just made.
Yeah.
So that's like the people now speak to us and ask us for our name. We tell them we are Khalid. But this name might carry some renown, and we would be glad to gain such. Yeah, just that. That works. I mean, the prompt really just asks us about the name.
I agree. That's fine. We are now Khalid.
Right? Yeah, we are Khalid.
We are Khalid, yes. This is a great film.
And we go back to
22.
22. You love these 20s, huh?
Another, okay.
Create a
Create.
mortal character. You shape them from infancy to be exactly what you want. Lose a resource. So we raise a child.
We raise literally. Okay, now we need to think.
Oh my god, I know what we do.
Yeah.
No, this might be crazy, but
Uh-huh.
we are Khalid. We raise Tiberius.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
buy with our money, which is the resource we lose.
Yeah.
We buy him like a plantation and stuff. We're setting things right. We're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
remaking the we're remaking the whole thing
Yeah, yeah,
to sort
yeah.
of
Yes.
yes, is
Yeah.
that good?
I like it. Let's do it.
Right. So Tiberius.
Yes.
Tiberius,
Um
uh,
from infancy. So I assume now a
we
generation
acquire a
passes.
child.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We acquire a child in infancy and we raise that child.
I raised him to be what Tiberius, or what the bones have told me.
Yes.
Uh, he knows not of his origins. Yeah. So he is what we have on the bones, right? We've
Yeah.
tried to. Why? Because it said that Khalid. Maybe no, it doesn't even. But we did it, and now it's happened.
Okay.
He lives on the farm called Rotomagas near like some.
Uh-huh.
He likes wine because he must.
Exactly.
I think probably during this century, I think we can probably assume that uh, Theodoric has left our side.
Yep.
Obviously, we're obsessed with this thing now,
Yep.
and whatever happened with him growing up, you know, it probably was a whole thing of us
Mm.
teaching him and whatnot. But you know,
You know,
time
maybe
has passed.
or we
And
failed, right?
memories.
We couldn't we
Yeah.
realized he's not our like maybe
Well,
maybe
did we? We haven't realized anything. We just sort of forgot about it.
if I can't make him my son, maybe I should make a completely new one. Yes.
Make,
I need them
make
younger. I can keep them, mold them. Yes.
Yeah, you are Roman, young Tiberius. You're Roman.
It's like, what is that even?
What does that mean, grandfather? He's like, oh, no, call me sire. Call me your maker.
It's weird, but all right.
Our child is like, right?
I only
Yeah. And, have the Roman coins.
the coins.
Clutch them in your hand.
Oh.
Golly. Yeah. So now we have very few resources left too. We still have the flesh of life
Yeah.
and the diary made of vermin bones.
Yeah.
I think maybe now is the time to scratch our like we've Optio here, our new our child. I think it's time to put him on the bones because
Yeah.
I think it's been a generation. We've been obsessed now with making a recreation of our ancient life as much as we can based on the limited information we have. And we're like, oh yeah, we should write this down too.
Yeah.
So we remember, we can
Inscribe
recreate
it.
him if we need him.
Consign it to the bone crown.
Yeah, because we have sort of a slightly mad genius thing going on right now. Very mad genius thing, because we are, we're certainly crazy, but we also are intelligent enough to learn how to read and like do things.
Create like a potion that gives us the flush of life, and
Yeah, we are Kalida.
it's true. Yeah, Kelly. But we are also the Conte de la Monegros.
Oh yeah. People don't know that.
Keep that secret.
Secret rules. Yeah. Um,
All right.
yeah. I would not like want to be around this person.
No, no, no.
Very insane. The whole kid that people raise them from infancy to be an old version of yourself that is pretty creepy. Actually.
Exactly.
You see this weird guy living his life in such an archaic way. I wonder why. They don't know that there's a weird troll thing coming out to raise him and then teach him everything.
Something
He only speaks
weird.
Latin.
Something weird that lives in the attic. Well, that's just grandfather. Don't mind him.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's see if you can carry us forward.
We need to write the prompt for this.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right.
Mm,
Put that away. The prompt here will be something like the bones speak of Tiberius. I remember nothing of that name. Perhaps if I remake what the bones describe, I might remember. I have raised a child to live as he did. Yet there is still nothing. Raised a child. Adulthood. To live. One. To live as he once did. But there is still nothing. All right, yeah, we've made a little mind experiment.
I'll say it took, 30 years maybe. It's hard to say exactly. 20, 30 years, but
We spent
yes.
all our money doing it. So,
Oh yeah, all of our savings are spent on it.
and now we're sort of in the middle of the 8th century.
Yes, we're getting closer and closer to the crowning of Charlemagne.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Just just at the beginning of the 9th century.
I mean, that's a big moment. That's a big
Ah.
European sort of. Everyone knows about that. So.
All right. Well, I shall try, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's see what happened.
Please go forward. Don't go back anymore. Oh,
More
oh,
resources.
we are going back so much.
Oh boy. Okay, back 4. So back to 18.
Oh my God. How is this possible, Manaki? Why do we act like this?
Unlikely.
Oh no, we get this shit again. But that means we
You've
go
been
to
too long. We've already had that one. Yeah.
we go to
So
prompt 2.
we go to 2. A community outcast has survived and vows to revenge themselves upon you. How did you know them? How did they know to catch you at your most vulnerable? Create a mortal character bent on your destruction.
So a survival
alright.
of the original villa.
What?
Because that's what happened when we destroyed like the first thing, right?
Yeah.
The community outcast has survived.
I think we destroyed Barcelona.
Who destroyed? Was it Barcelona we destroyed?
The plague. No, I know that was a dog plague. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. 2 friendly characters, but yeah. No, you're right. It was the last member died because we drank them.
Yes.
So yeah, a survivor of our abusive nobility times.
Yeah. Roughly 400 years ago or something like that.
A long time ago now.
Goodness gracious.
All right. Community outcast survived. Well, that's like a descendant, basically.
Yeah, has to be. Basically create the Belmont family from Castlevania.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. It's even a French name. Here. Family helped them out. Maybe it was set up by that priest.
Last thing he did.
Well, he had a lot of time, right? I don't think he just died from old age. We left. He sort of stuck
Oh, it's
around.
true, it's true. It was the other piece we nailed to a cross before we ran away.
So this here could be Leofred.
Leofred?
Yeah.
Leofred.
Yeah.
It's a descendant.
What was our old house called? What was our...
The Villa Towering?
Because they definitely live there now, right?
They made it their homestead.
In that cursed place.
Villa Oracle. Let me see. Go back to memories here. Oh, it should be resources, right? Should be struck out.
Yeah, it should, yeah.
Oh yeah, there 2 are. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 are.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna put a last name on him then.
All right.
To be there for 2R.
Mm.
Because peasants probably didn't have names. Yeah, so he finds us.
He does.
How did you know that we did?
We didn't.
How did they know to catch you at the most vulnerable? Now we don't use a skill or anything. We don't directly clash with them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been studying us. He's followed us. Right? He's a hunter, basically.
Yeah.
And he is here to get us because we drained everything, killed all of them. Really.
So we need to, let's see here.
Maybe one of his ancestors wrote a diary, as it was happening over the years of us being in automation.
Where is time for a new memory, or do we add this to? Because I'm thinking memory 3 here, since we are recreating Tiberius.
Maybe that's how he finds him.
Yeah, suddenly that's the way he finds us.
Yeah, because we've not been the same.
No.
Yeah, all right.
He's like, do you mean there's a Villa 2R and someone called Tiberius? Is what my ancestors have spoken of.
My memories of Tiberius are lost. But my recreation has awakened the mind of another.
Another who knew him. Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, that's to our mind, right?
Yeah.
Leofred came with... What do we know we're weak to? What would he know? It's the drink, the spoiling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're branded. He knows how to find us at our most vulnerable.
When are we?
Well, I mean, in our cave at night.
I suppose, yeah.
Right?
Or during the day.
Yeah, during. It came with fire and hammer to break our shelter during the long days, summer. And we don't really have to say how it ends because that's actually irrelevant for the memory.
Yep.
But he came, yeah, and he was ready for what he did. Yeah. I like it.
Right.
I don't want that to be expanded upon, but we'll see. If,
Oh, well, roll the dice and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
That's the same prompt.
The same one. The same prompt. So we go to the third
Yep.
step. You are hounded out of the
Oh
land.
no.
Use any stationary resources. Check a skill to escape. Destroy 2 to destroy your persecutor. 3 to make amends. Well, we do not have
That is not possible.
that. We are hunted out of the land.
We finally
By,
flee to the
by
desert.
we're gone from Spain.
Yeah. Out.
To where? Where do we go now that we're? I mean,
Oh,
we could go south to North Africa
yeah.
to the ancient city of Carthage.
Yeah, I want to go to Carthage.
What's happening during this period in
Well, it would be
Tunisia?
at this point it would be probably towards the end of
Yeah, like
um
yeah,
of
about the ninth.
of the 8th century. So we are definitely coming up on the crowning of Charlemagne now, I feel.
I mean, if we leave south because this guy's from France, that doesn't actually really. What about the Turks? That's not yet. What's that?
I don't think so.
Tunisia. Let's see here. Aghlabid dynasty. Just caliphate rule, really.
Yep.
It's a flourishing time with water for and irrigation for all farming and households.
Yeah.
Extensive systems, new construction. It's a good time to be in Tunisia.
Okay.
So,
Ah.
maybe we go there and we get involved in something.
And do we have any stationary resources?
I don't think so. Towards the end of this century, it's going to be downturn because Tunisia no longer is the heartland of the caliphate because they moved to Cairo.
Ah.
But maybe we'll move in 100 years. I mean,
Oh, it's
long
true.
time.
Yeah, check a skill to escape. We have one skill, and that's Flush of Life. So using our Flush of Life, we escape.
Yeah, we disguise ourselves as a human.
We make it enough that we actually can pass in like a trading caravan to the south.
Yeah.
That's
probably a continuation of the same memory, right?
Yeah.
And now it's an exciting time because we actually have another memory involving a guy that we've established. So we need to add another line to him.
It's true.
Better than our destruction. Something like he hunts us with others from France. He hunts us and others of our kind. They come from Francia, the Christian world. Right?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
That seems to be what we have established. They live up there. That's right. We have memory. Where is it? Go to Tiberius. All right. So, efforts in vain. We are once more made to flee.
We run a lot. I feel we have escaped many a times so far.
Yeah. Well, now we're no longer now we just can keep the name Khalid because now we're leaving.
It's true.
We will let. What's his name?
Leofred? Or
we will let Leofred put Tiberius to rest once more as we in disguise escape distant shores to the distant shores.
The distant shore of Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Wow. We
basically do the old trick of just abandoning him.
Yep. It has worked before.
And we're like, this Tiberius fella, we raised him from child. Now we're just bailing because
He's mold. We will come back to him. He's not lost to us.
he is not dead now. Well,
No.
I mean, he isn't a person,
Well,
so
yeah.
you know,
He'll be around for a while.
we'll see. We'll see if Leofrid here decides to use him as a tool.
Yeah, tool or bait or something.
All right, we have only our diary as a resource and no skills to our name.
This is getting
So
yeah.
we could get in a situation soon where things could be bad. So
yeah.
and we didn't defeat our enemy even. So.
No, we didn't have that many skills.
Yeah, I think now that we're in Tunisia, well, you know, it's a chance to begin forgetting some of all this terrible rat stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'll roll the. Well, you roll the die.
Yep.
Actually,
Here we go. Good roll. Oh. Forward 8.
Well, we're from 18 to 26.
Forward. Oh, this is thing again. So second prompt on 26.
Oh.
This immortal character. So we're talking about
Our creation.
our childy
Lurks
Theodore.
on the fringes of your existence. They become an embodiment of one of your least savory checked skills. How do they act when your path cross? What disturbing gift do they give you? So what is our least savory checked skill?
Necromancy, probably.
Necromancy or the Lord of Vermin. I like necromancy though.
Yeah, I like necromancy.
Yeah. So probably he stays at the periphery of what we're doing. So he comes with us.
Yeah.
From Spain. He's sort of going and doing his own thing. Has learned necromancy.
Emulate us, right?
Yeah. How do you act when we cross paths?
So he didn't come with us. Yeah, he didn't come with us necessarily, but he follows us.
Yeah.
Because we ran away.
Yeah, he's on the fringes.
Yeah.
Like we see him every so often doing things, but I think we're cordial with him.
Yeah.
He's our son. Right?
Yeah.
We're proud of him.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we have given him life, and maybe at this point he's even like, yeah, okay, I would be dead, and
this is actually pretty awesome in some ways.
I'm master of the dead. Huh?
Exactly.
Call me Zacharias, father. All right. How do you act when your paths cross?
Well, we can certainly be.
We made him accidentally drinking from him on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He reminded us too much of our son to destroy, and now he's there as a necromancer. Now we don't recognize that that's super unsavory yet. We're not really mentally at that place. We're not ashamed of it.
No, of course not.
At this time, do we remember that we did it? I think we do. I think we did. Like in our fleeing to the desert, but it's probably a fading memory at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
Dogs, no. Leaving the desert, no. No, we don't really remember being a necromancer.
Really?
So that's not sort of before the whole thing. So, what disturbing gift does he impart to us? A resource made of.
Well, it has to be something dark and necromantic.
Yeah. Something undead bones.
I mean, he could have found the bone of Vesuvia.
Yeah, but that's like 200 years ago, and how would he even know?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's a resource he gives us. Why would he do this? Like, what's his deal? He's an necromancer.
To prove his skills.
I should add that to him here. So, to theory, he knows not. Well, he knows not. He has made. His own deals with death on his own terms. What if what if he has done what we could not? What if he is like, okay, I'm thankful to this decrepit monster who made me now. It's been long enough. He's become a much better vampire than we are at the moment. And he actually went out and found the bones of our actual son.
He gives us like a skull with our son's soul trapped into it that we can speak to.
And that's what he's been doing. The fringes here, because he felt a debt. Right?
Yeah.
He has made his own deals with death on his own terms. Yeah, I think that really is enough for his addition. I am desolate cities, people's. Yeah, I think this is a good memory to add it on. About how he. Sun-scorched sands of Tunisia, we are sought out by our child, Theodoric. Who has mastered the art? Necromancy. Seems that our apprentice waiting to surpass the master, and he gifts. Us with the covered skull.
What was his name again? God, we don't remember.
Constantine.
Constantine.
He just went home to a family crypt.
It was there all the time, actually. It wasn't long lost anywhere. I was supposed to say he gives the recovered skull of Constantine.
Yeah, I think that's, Now, as a resource, I don't know what we're going to use it for, but,
There's the imprisoned soul of our long-lost son. He's like, I did it. They found it.
I think it's also like, he's like,
behold,
I was saved because you were looking for him. And now, he's felt the debt, right? Being made. He's like, I have done this. Now I can be free of this decrepit monster. Go my own path. All right. Yeah. So a resource would be the skull of Constantine.
Yes.
Which actually not a terrible name for the skull of Constantine. What we're going to do with it, I don't know. But now we have it. It's a lifeline.
We sure do.
We can use it to survive.
Shit goes down. We can use the skull to get out.
Oh, all right. Let's see what else fate has in store.
Oh my.
1-4.
7.
Well, we've had that one before.
So
go to the second prompt. Your secretive ways result in you being arrested as a spy. Make a skill to escape or lose a resource and gain a mark from the experiments performed upon you.
Oh no.
Either way, create a mortal who heads a well-funded organization that imperils creatures such as yourself.
Damn it. Can't catch a break. We have no skills.
We are a spy from, I guess, whatever they think. Oh, it's because we use the name Khalid, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're like, Khalid, you damn. Finally, we catch you.
Yeah.
They're hunting him.
It doesn't look like we remember, but whatever.
Should we draw into some camp and like use the order of the assassins? I think it might be a little bit too early, though. We just make our own order. It's like some sort of asking questions that should not be asked. Or something.
The leaden key was from.
Oh man, what a terrible time. So obviously, we either lose our
diary or the skull. Do we use the skull immediately to, or do we throw away the diary?
Or lose a diary. Well, I think they take it.
Yeah, I think so too.
They take it to read it.
See what the spells are inscribed upon it, right?
Yeah, and it's just a crazy thing about Tiberius and Optio from the Legion. It really makes very little sense.
Some sort of code. Just put him to the question for him to reveal
find out
what it means.
Why Khalid, the infamous vampire, would have written this.
Yes.
Ancient and powerful.
The poisoner of Cairo, the scourge of Alexandria,
Yeah, the breaker of Baghdad.
Yes.
Yeah, right. We lose the diary. Gone.
All right.
The rat bones are lost.
Sorry, diary.
Contained within. We no longer remember who we used to be at all. There's no way to recover that.
It is gone.
Tiberius is gone, which means we now remember having made an experiment about a Tiberius, but we do not know why.
No.
We're like, I don't know why I spent a generation doing this. The reason seems completely pointless. To remember something, maybe?
Maybe.
All right, so...
Breakthrough.
Tiberius, remember the bones. This is a done one. Can't add anything to that. This one is done. Can't add anything to that. This one's done. Can't add anything to that. We might have to forget something, man.
Oh boy.
Might have to. I think the easiest one to forget is number 1 here. It only has 2, I think.
Yeah.
It's how we got rid of our books.
Yeah. Yeah. It is time to forget it.
It doesn't seem super important anymore.
No.
So during all this questioning, we forget it. I'm going to add it to this down here. Of just forgotten things. And then put a line forward. All right, yeah, we now have forgotten so much. So we need to create a mortal who heads a well-funded organization.
Right. Is it
Just call them like the Children of Cairo, something like that.
Children of Cairo? Sure.
It doesn't have to be that fancy.
Yep, Children of Cairo.
Could have like an ancient Egypt connection. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
What's an Egyptian?
Let's see here.
Egyptian name generator.
He is called Shisisi. Means secret.
Put it in there.
Cheesy.
I don't know how to spell that.
Cheesy.
Right. And he is head of the Children of Cairo. They hunt. They hunt the kind of Khalid. Yeah, that's really what we need there. And then our actual memory will be of how he captures us and performs experiment on us.
Yeah.
Finding out that we're not Khalid, actually.
Yeah, so we will lose the
And
crown.
probably lets us go, hoping that we can bring him to them.
Maybe. So he lose a resource to begin a mark from the experiments he performs.
Let's say let's start with in Tunisia. The days are long. The nights are short. The flight from Iberia brought me only small light.
Yeah.
Something like
the Pyro.
they seek the one named Khalid. Khalid. The name that I share. And in seeking their eternal quarry, turn my flesh to white. Now,
Like-
what do we actually? What scar do they give us?
I think they put us to the question. They're not nice about this. I think they just basically horrifically break bodies, like, you know, bones and stuff, and it heals weirdly. So we like, you know, our hands become like gnarled or something like that.
Like
You know,
something like my bones are broken in too many places.
Yep.
Places. I wear like armor to stiffen my form. Something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Like we sort of we need like a metal casing almost to brace. Or like our legs to sort of flop the wrong way around or something.
Exactly. We need
mush inside.
yeah, we need to wear like exactly armor or corsets or something like that to keep
Form from becoming unnatural.
Yep.
And my bones splinters.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible situation.
That sucks.
And then the next one is like 100 years passes like that. We're like, oh boy.
How do you feel after spending 100 years doing exactly that on the last prompt? It's like, oh dear.
Well, let's see. Did we do everything here? We don't have to mention losing your diary. I don't think our character's going to care about that right now. Rat bones don't seem so important as we get captured. Let's see here. What happened? It was
Well,
me again, right? So it should be you.
it should be me. So I will roll, but first we shall take a short break.
That makes sense.
As I need to visit the bathroom. So we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Be right back.